Welcome, friends. We are your hosts, Sandy and Wade, baby best friends turned husband and wife and business partners.
This podcast is for the dreamers, the movers and shakers, and those who seek to attract their dream life.
Strap in. Getting magnetic in 3, 2, 1.
Like attracts like. If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. You just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way.
This moment in time, this is your time to rise.
This show is brought to you by Upstarter Podcast Network. Getting Magnetic is a part of a greater podcast network that really, its underlying mission is to spread positivity in the world, to spread, the voices of entrepreneurs and people moving and shaking in the world. So if you haven't checked out the other shows on Upstarter Podcast Network, head to upstarterpods.com or search Upstarter Podcast Network on any major podcast platform. Let's get to the show.
I am really looking forward to today's episode. Wade and I are tuning in from Orange Beach, Alabama right now. We were just down on the beach and we're like, we don't have anything dropping next week. Let's go up to the unit a few minutes before our friends and get something recorded.
Heck yeah. That's what's so cool about, this and lifestyle and entrepreneurship. It's Friday, right? Yep. It's Friday. It's Friday afternoon. We're getting ready for dinner. And it's like, oh, you know what? We have a podcast. We have some responsibility there to put out content every week, twice a week. And you know what? We don't have anything next week. Let's just go up and record something. And this is really fun. So we're excited. This is going to be dropping in a few days, but we're having a blast here in Orange Beach in the dirty South on the Gulf. And it's cool. I love experiencing different parts of our country and the world and being new places. And really what matters most is the company you're with, right? And just with our friends, Jay and Emily, it's been amazing so far. And
talk about magnetic people. They are like some of the most magnetic people.
Oh, yeah. And they have this son, Dalton. He's 15 months now, and he's this fiery redhead, and she's like this beautiful blonde, and Jay is dark features. And they have this redheaded child with blue eyes, and they're like, I'm not sure how we made this baby, but he's super cute. He's funny.
So cute. Okay. So today's topic, we decided let's talk about how to be magnetic.
Yes.
But before we do that, I just want to ask you, do you and your spouse, or I don't know if you're in a relationship, do you guys have things about you that are unique? Because last night Wade and I were falling asleep and we have this thing. I feel like it's especially me over you.
It's definitely you, but then it's contagious.
Oh my gosh. When I'm tired, everything is fucking hilarious. I cannot stop laughing. I am just laughing my ass off for no reason.
And it's like a different laugh where once you start laughing like that, I'm like, oh, Sandy's tired. We might not be in bed yet, but if she starts laughing that way, uncontrollably, I'm like, oh, she's tired, but it's so cute. I want to keep it going.
So last night, I don't know, we were laying in bed just talking, and Wade has a rule where after 9 p.m. you can't tickle him.
Yes.
Literally. I think you even said it in our vows.
I don't think it was in the vows. Maybe.
I think it was. No tickling after 9 p.m.
Yeah, I think you put it in the vows.
Oh, I said it in the vows.
Yeah, because it was my rule.
It was your rule. Okay.
Because she gets me all riled up. I start getting tickled and I'm falling asleep. And next thing you know, I'm all riled up, not ready for bed at all. And so I made a rule.
Last night I was trying to snuggle him and he thought I was trying to tickle him. So we're laughing like little baby hyenas in the bed.
But you know how does anyone else your neck gets all sensitive? If she's has her fingers near my neck, I'm like, it's this vulnerability thing, and I just start giggling.
Oh my God. Okay, anyways. That was a huge sidebar. Anyway, Okay, let's talk about how to be magnetic.
So this podcast is called Getting Magnetic with Sandy and Wade, and it's the result of a lot of things in our life have come to fruition because it's things we've been focused on. And we've, our friend, shout out Jackie Metzler, when we were talking about this podcast on a beach, we were like, what should we name it? The Sandy and Wade Show, that might be too focused on us. And she goes, no, it needs to be something like Getting Magnetic. And we were like,
whoa, we're like, you just named it. You just named it. That's what we're going to name it.
Yep. So shout out to you, Jackie. Thank you for naming our podcast.
Okay. But when you think about something that you really want in your life, we've talked about this in past episodes, but if there's something that's really on your heart, chances are it's going to happen for you. It may not happen on your timeline, but eventually it will come, right? Because we're where
focus goes, energy flows.
So it's not just about manifesting and believing and affirming it. It's about actually taking action steps towards it. But how do you get in a state where you are magnetic toward the things that you want? So we actually broke it down into a super simple 5-step process.
5-step process for you guys. I think first what we should do is we ask all our guests, what does getting magnetic mean to you? I think we should answer. I'm going to put that question on you right now.
Okay.
What does getting magnetic mean to you?
Getting magnetic to me means getting in alignment and believing for high vibe things being attracted to you based off the energy that you put out, and kind of like what you put out there is what comes back to you. So getting magnetic to me is basically full circle. Like, you can have this like infectiously contagious positive thing about you that literally magnetizes good energy, good people, good experiences, good fortune towards you. And we have the control to do that. We all know what it feels like to be in a sourpuss mood, and that will absolutely attract more sour things to you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in a magnetic, amazing, happy mood, and you live in that space and you have an expectant heart, then you're just going to keep getting magnetic towards the good things.
I agree. I think to be magnetic, the word you said really resonates where I think similarly is it's being in alignment. It's like when you think about when I'm a magnet, like when you're walking around and good things come to you, they are attracting to you. And you know, when you go on a hot streak in anything, in sports, in dating, in business, and whatever, it's like it breeds more wins or more good things. It's because you are coming from that place of magnetism, of attraction, where like it's this conscious thing where, like Sandy said, what you focus on, you know, where your focus goes, energy flows. But it's also this subconscious, unconscious thing where your whole being, everything in your body, all the cells are moving towards that consciously and subconsciously. And right, it comes back full circle into your life. And it's this cyclical, circular thing. So getting magnetic, I mean, at the end of the day is really like law of attraction, right? Attracting what you want into your life, whether good or bad. Our reality today is a result of our thoughts, our choices, our energy yesterday, and our whole life leading up until this point. Now, when Sandy and I were thinking about this, like, okay, let's expand on getting magnetic. How to be magnetic? How do you be magnetic? Well, I think the best way is to put it into a 5-step process or into something. So this is the point where we take notes.
And before we do that, I want to set a few ground rules, because probably like 3 or 4 years ago, I wasn't aware of this stuff. I definitely noticed that there'd be things in my life. Like, I always love using the example of attracting Wade as my husband. Like that was
let's go into some things we've
one
attracted.
of the ultimate like manifestations. But there is a thing about energy. There is a thing about thoughts. And when you are vibing high and you're at this high frequency, you attract more things that are at that same level, right? And so to better understand what the hell we're talking about and the law of attraction, there's 2 resources I want to share with you. The first one is a great documentary on Netflix. It's called The Secret. It's been around for years. It's a little bit hoobie-jooby, woo-woo, but there's so many incredible like philosophers and authors and amazing people in it, and they really break down what the law of attraction is all about. And then the second one, of course, is the story of the law of attraction, like Jerry and Esther Hicks, and more importantly, Abraham Hicks and the teachings of Abraham Hicks. If you've never read the book, The Law of Attraction, that's your homework. Like, that is so much like where Wade and I come from, stems from that law.
Yep. And I'm going to add to that, the book that most resonated with me on it was Ask and It Is Given by, that is Abraham Hicks, right? Yeah, by Abraham Hicks. And those are great resources to understand how to channel and use your inner power, your inner magnetism to bring to life what you truly want.
Okay, so I think we should tell them the 5 steps, and then we're going to break them all down.
Okay.
Okay, so step 1 to get magnetic, what is it?
It's know what you want. So got to be clear on what you want. What's step 2?
Know why you want it. Step 3.
All right, put that in front of you, right in front of you.
What does that mean? Like a vision board?
A vision board or different things, which we'll go through.
Okay. 4 is review it every single day.
And then 5 is to act as if, be that person who receives, who deserves what it is that you want.
Okay, so now let's dissect and break them down. So step 1, know what you want. Ask yourself, what is something in your life right now that you would love to welcome in? Maybe it's a partner. Maybe it's a certain job. Maybe it's your dream home. Maybe it's moving. Maybe it's having a baby. Like, who knows what it could be? It could literally be in any single area, but get specific and know what you want. You've probably heard Wade share this example before, but you wouldn't walk into a restaurant and sit down and tell the waitress, I want food. Yeah, no shit. Everyone at the restaurant wants food. You tell them what you want, right? Hi, I'd love to get the organic mixed salad with the rotisserie chicken, dressing on the side, no dairy, and extra avocado. You're very specific. Ask and it is given, right? If you ask for that and then you're given a pizza, like that's very confusing, right? You're not going to be given a pizza because you were very specific in what you ordered. So know what you want. Get really specific. Maybe make a list of different categories in your life, whether it's finances, relationship, living, whatever. Like make a whole list of things that you want and get clarity around that.
So let's get specific. I want to be healthier.
Nope, that's not specific.
I want to be the healthiest I've ever been.
Nope, not specific.
Nope. I want to be at my goal weight of X amount of pounds.
That's specific.
I want X% body fat.
That's specific.
I want to eliminate gluten and alcohol and dairy for the next 30, 60, 90 days, whatever that is.
Yes. So you get that you can't just be generic, like, I want to make more money. Okay, well, if you make one more penny next year, you made more money. But if you're specific, I want to make $55,000 more this year than I did last year. Okay, good. Now you know what you want. Okay, then you chunk it down. There's 12 months in a year. What do I need to do? Monthly, weekly, daily to make that happen, right? So specific. What do you want?
And for those of you out there, like, I want to be a millionaire. Get specific on that. As specific as you can get, that is what works. That is when God, the universe, law of attraction, whatever the higher power is, receives your message clearly by your thoughts, your actions, your energy, putting it out there. What is a millionaire to you? Is it your business making $1 million? Because what if your expenses are $800,000 and you net 200? Is that it? No, get specific. I want to net $1 million, or I want my net worth to be $1 million, whatever that is. So the more specific you can get, the better. So the first is know what you want. The second, know why you want it. A lot of people, I want to be a millionaire. Why? Because money is just green pieces of paper or money in a checking account. Why do you want it? Money is just energy, right? Money is just a thing out there to live the life we want. So why do you want money? Get super specific. Why do you want what you want? Why do you want a child? Why do you want a husband or a wife or a spouse? Like, attach the feelings to it. When you can attach that underlying why and the feeling of why you want, I want this so bad. I want to start a family because that's my legacy. Or I want to be a millionaire because I want to provide for my friends and family and take them on trips and make it all inclusive and paid for and like just live life abundantly. Or I want an extra $500 a month because that would take a lot of pressure off of my husband or my wife or whoever it is. Like, understanding why you want it and keep rooting down, keep peeling back the layers of the onion.
Like a 2-year-old. Why?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, they're so good at peeling back the onion. Like, why do I want more money? Oh, because, we need money to live. Okay, well, what would the money do for you? Oh, well, an extra 500 would be really nice. It would make it more comfortable. Okay, how would it make it more comfortable? Oh, well, we could put 500 away and in 4 months, we could go on a family trip together. And that's what I care about. It's those memories. It's those whatever. It's like, get down to the root. Oh, because, I really want to show my kids what traveling and abundance in different parts of the world. I want to bring them back to my parents' home country, whatever it is. Get detailed and granular on why you want what you want.
I think something that really helped me with this is I wrote a letter to my future self. Like, I literally envisioned where my life would be. Like, let's say today you're listening to this. Okay, a year from now, imagine where you want to be. Write yourself a letter and like set an alarm on your phone or something to open on that day. And it would be like, Dear Sandy, I am so proud of you. What you've accomplished in this past year is absolutely incredible. You did this, you did this, you did this. And because you did these things, your family's been able to do this. Like, the more like senses that you can pull in, right? Like, what is that going to feel like? Who are you going to be with? What does it smell like? What are you wearing when you've achieved these things? Like, the more detail, the better. It's kind of like the whole concept of a winning image story. So step 1, know what you want. Step 2, know why you want it. Okay, step 3, put it in front of you.
all right, we need to take a quick break because I gotta share something with you guys. So a few months ago, I found myself in a place where I'm like, gosh, I feel like I need a little bit more accountability. I feel like I need a one-on-one coach. I need someone to identify my blind spots and help hold me accountable and push me. And so I went on this quest to find a business coach. And I guess you could say I got magnetic because in the same day, I was told by several sources that I needed to hire Kayla Kraft with Mommy Millionaire. So I filled out their online questionnaire and I did a lot of research on her. I ended up setting up a one-on-one call with her. And it was a big investment to, decide to work with her for 6 months, but I'm 2 months into the program now with her one-on-one, and it's going really well. I'm doing a lot of inner work, having a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of healing, a lot of good things are happening, and I'm loving it so much. I was like, gosh, I want to share this with our Getting Magnetic community. So if you feel like you're at a point in your business where you need one-on-one coaching to help you reach the next level in your business, but maybe you're not quite at the point where you're ready to invest thousands of dollars into coaching. Maybe you've invested in group coaching, you've invested in courses, you've invested in events, but now you need that extra little push from a one-on-one coach to help you see past your blind spots and help, you keep that success flowing and that you're so worthy of. So I would recommend checking out Mommy Millionaire. They have an incredible program called the Millionaire Society that offers you 2 one-on-one sessions per month with your very own personal coach, 1 group training per month, unlimited 24-hour text message support from your coach. Plus, you get 10% off any Mommy Millionaire program as long as you're an active member. So there's so much more Mommy Millionaire and the Millionaire Society offers entrepreneurial moms to help them reach, their business, financial, life goals. There's so many. So if you're an entrepreneurial mama that's listening to this and needs a high-level coach to finally break through, maybe without paying some of those high-level fees, because you are a listener of Getting Magnetic, Mommy Millionaire is offering you a 25% off discount for your first month in the Millionaire Society. I highly, highly recommend you check this out. So head over to mommymillionaire.co/Critides. That's our last name. That's CRITIDES to sign up today and take advantage of this amazing offer. All right, back to the episode.
We've talked about this on a prior episode, but people who review their goals continuously and keep them right in front of them are much more likely to achieve them. And we dropped the stats from a Harvard Business Review in a prior episode. But what does that look like? How do you keep what you want and why you want it right in front of you? Some people do a vision board. Sandy and I have done a lot of vision boards in our life. It's kind of like, oh, am I really going to cut out, magazine clippings and see what I find? No, know exactly what you want, find pictures of them and put them, on a vision board if that's for you. We both have vision boards in our office of goals that are in picture, of travel, of different things in our business, of speaking engagements, of benchmarks, of all sorts of different things, of a baby. There's a baby on. I think Sandy has some puppies on hers. I'm like, are we getting puppies? Probably not soon. But anyways, figure out what you want and put it in front of you. That can be this vision board. That can be a list of goals. Write down goals. Write down 3 goals you have for this year, 5, 10, 2, whatever it is, and literally write them down and keep it at your desk. Just even if it's as simple as that on a lined piece of paper, taped to your wall, thumbtacked to your wall, whatever it is. I still have, from when Sandy and I started our health and wellness business together, 21 reasons why I'm building this business, thumbtacked to the wall right in front of my desk. Every time I sit at it, I see my vision board. I see why I'm sitting there working, what I'm moving towards, and then I see why I'm doing it. It's all right there in front of me. So that constant conditioning that muscle, exercising that muscle, that visualization, a big part of it is visualization. I've talked about this before too, but Olympic athletes, they use visualization. They don't go down the Olympic ski run for the first time on the day of the event. They've of course practiced it in real life, but they've practiced it in their mind over and over and over to the point when they get there in reality, their body is like, okay, I've been here, I've done this, let's do it. So when you have Bali on your vision board and you want to go there so bad and you look at it and you visualize it every day, you walking through the rice fields or doing whatever it is, guess what? When you bring it to life, you're going to be like, I've been here before. You're expectant of it. So step number 3, keep what you want, even why you want it, right in front of you.
Yes. And something I want to share on that, I'm sure you've heard this quote before. It's don't be surprised how fast the universe will conspire in your favor once you've decided. So an example.
Wait, say that again.
Don't be surprised how fast the universe will conspire in your favor once you've decided. So it kind of comes down to that decided heart, right? A story I want to share. Our first guest we ever had on Getting Magnetic, her name is Rita Davenport. She's an absolute living legend. If you have not listened to that episode, you need to go back.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. She is absolutely incredible. She is a international speaker. She is a author. She is I could go on and on. She's hilarious. Rita Davenport is someone that I've looked up to for years. And I visualize like being mentored by her or getting to know her. And Wade and I both separately on our vision boards had pictures of her. Little did we know that through this whole sequence of events that she would be like good friends with Wade's mom's roommate and we would get connected. And next thing you know, Wade gets a call one day from Rita an unknown number. Wade picks it up and she's like, "Hi, is this Wade?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "This is Rita Davenport." And we were both like,
she said, "This is Rita Davenport. This is not a solicitation," in her like Tennessee accent.
And we were like paralyzed. We were in Wade's convertible, like, what?
We were heading out on a date, I think. And yes. I got this random number from Tennessee and I go, "Babe, should I pick this up?" And usually I don't pick up random numbers. And Sandy was like, "Yeah, pick it up." And so it was on speakerphone.
Freaking Rita Davenport. She goes, "I heard you wanted to talk to me through a mutual friend." And we were like, oh my gosh. And this was literally 2 weeks before Getting Magnetic was being launched. And we were like, "Wait, will you be our first guest on Getting Magnetic? Like, you are someone we've both looked up to for so long. We've read your book. We love you. We think you're the funniest person ever. We think you're so smart and business-minded. Like, we want to grow up and be like you."
And so, yeah, like that's a perfect example. Let's use that as a microcosm. Like, why do you think Rita came into our lives? Like, what do you attribute Rita coming into our lives, being a guest on our podcast? Like, how'd that happen?
Because we talked about it all the time. We had it on our vision boards. We would tell people, we would declare it. Like, we know that we're going to be personal friends with her. Like, we just know it. And now Wade's mom lives in Scottsdale and like has gone to lunch with her. We actually haven't met her in person yet, but we have her phone number. We'll text her from time to time.
We're going to text her after this episode and say, "Hey, thinking about you, Rita."
Yeah. Like we were talking about, where focus goes, energy flows. And so because we were talking about it, because we weren't shy about it and just keeping it locked up in our mind, we were, it feels vulnerable to tell people like, "I'd love to have this person on my podcast. I'd love to get to know this person." It feels kind of scary to put that out there, but because we did, enough people heard it and we're like, "You know what? I'm going to connect you." You never know who knows who you want to know.
Right. There's power in a public declaration. When you put something out there, "I want to meet this person," or not, not saying in that way. We said it in a way like, we're going to connect with Rita. We're going to have her on our podcast, whatever. Resources come into your life. When you say, "I want to lose 20 pounds before my 5th anniversary," resources will come in your life. "Oh, I know someone who can help you with that. I want to do this. Oh, I know someone who can help you with that." So there's a lot of power in declaring what you want publicly, talking about it, putting energy into it, because that path will unfold for you.
All right. Step 4.
Step 4. So the first one, know what you want. Second, why do you want it? Third, keep it in front of you. Fourth, piggybacking on keeping it in front of you, review it every day. Don't make a vision board and stuff it in your closet. Like, review this every day. How do we do that in our life? A few different ways. We have our vision boards in our offices. We have, our list of why, our goals. We review them though. I have goals for this year that I've written down in my notebook that I look at every day. We have affirmations. Sandy and I have shared a lot. We shared on the power of words on last Freestyle Friday. And we use affirmations to affirm it, to not only think what we want, but to speak what we want. Because when we're speaking life over that as if it's happened, that brings power to it. It adds energy to it. It enables us to bring that frequency to life. So reviewing it every day is huge, is absolutely huge. You have goals, you have visions, you have dreams. Keep them in front of you and review them every day in whatever way that looks like for you. And a big part of it is those affirmations. Speak life over them. And don't say, "I hope to be 120 pounds. Say that's your goal weight. Say, "I am 120 pounds. Or maybe you don't even need to do that. You say, "I am my perfect weight for me. I'm healthy. I'm thriving." Speak life as if it's there, as if it's true, as if you already have it. Because when you speak that way, as if you already have it, you are operating from that frequency, from that energy, and you bring that out into the world. And so people kind of see you as that, and then you attract it into your life.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that write down their goals every day. I'd be lying if I said I did that every day, but sometimes I'm in the mood to do that, and I whip out my journal and I just write down, I am this, I am that. I'm exactly where I need to be. That's one of my favorite affirmations, is I'm exactly where I need to be, because that just comes from a space of gratitude, and that just comes from a space of being so present and knowing, like, I'm not anxious about the past. I'm not anxious about the future. I'm exactly where I need to be. Like, I am in total alignment. So that is one of my favorite things to constantly tell myself. And whenever I'm at a stoplight and I'm by myself, or if I'm like shaving my legs in the shower, rather than just like sitting there thinking about nothing, I'm always saying affirmations. I'm always telling myself things like, I am an amazing mom. I'll rub my belly. We're pregnant right now. I'll rub my belly and tell baby Cameron, you are wanted. You are welcomed. I'm so excited to meet you. I'm always talking to myself. I'm always putting that stuff out there. And of course, like, I am a human being. I always will have things come up like, oh, that's not going to work, or you're not going to be good at that, or blah, blah, blah. And I'm literally like, okay, you are not welcome here. I heard that. And you're over here now, and I'm focusing back on the positive. So it is constant training to stay in that positive mindset. But the more you practice it, the more that will become your new normal.
I love it. So to recap, first step, know what you want. Second step, know why you want it. Third, put it in front of you. Fourth, review it every day. And the fifth, this is probably my favorite.
Mine too.
You want to share?
Act as if. So I want you to ask yourself, like, let's say you're going for a certain promotion at work, or maybe you're a network marketing professional like us, and you're working really, really hard consistently every single day, day in and day out in your business to get to maybe rank up, promote in your business, right? What does that version of you act like? How does he or she show up? What are their daily non-negotiables? What are the things that they do every single day, no matter what, without fail, to achieve XYZ, right? Think of a person that you really look up to in your life. Think of someone that you would love to model your life after, someone that you look at them and the way that they live and the way that they show up, and you're like, that is inspiring. Like, that is the type of person I want to be. How do they show up? What are they reading? What do they do every single day? Who do they surround themselves with? What are the things that they do to fuel their soul, to build their belief, right? And start showing up as that man or that woman. Like, let's say you've achieved that goal, whatever it is. Let's say, like, imagine it happened. Oh my gosh, you just woke up the next day, like, you got that promotion. It's your first day in that job, or whatever it may be. What does it feel like? Act as that person already. How does that person's posture, right? How do they walk into a room? When they walk into a room, do you know, like, okay, that person is really confident in what they do, or that person knows what they're doing, or I don't know who that person is right there, but I can tell that they have authority by the way that their presence in the room.
I love it. It's that total energy. And the great thing about this acting as if is it simply starts with a decision, deciding I am going to act as if today and moving forward. And then it takes daily consistency, that conditioning, that muscle. It won't necessarily feel natural right away, but the more you do it day after day, it's going to start to feel natural. And you're going to go from acting as if to just being. And when you're being that person, that higher version of you, you're going to attract what you wanted. And all of a sudden, let's say you're going for a promotion at work, and you start acting as if, think, what does that VP do? I want to be a VP. Oh, what does that VP do? Okay, I'm just going to start acting as if I'm a VP to hit home what Sandy said. I'm going to start acting as if today, and let me start doing the job, duty, responsibilities, whatever daily actions that person does. Soon enough, let's say, yeah, you walk into a room and people don't know your role or your title or whatever, and they're going to be like, that person's got to be a VP. And you know what? That's going to come into your life because it's that energy, it's that frequency, like Sandy said, that vibration. You are going to be vibrating at that frequency. And so acting as if that is the best. And, acting as if I am a millionaire. Now, that's not necessarily like I'm going to spend like I'm a millionaire. It's like, no, what does the millionaire version of me do? How do they process this issue or this problem or this opportunity?
How do they give back?
How do they give back? What do they think? What do they feel about this? You know what? I'm just going to start being that person. Let me just step into those shoes and walk in them. And then you take enough steps and then all of a sudden they're the right shoes for you. They fit. You are the millionaire. You are the VP. You are whatever you want to be. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to identity. What is your identity? Do you identify as the person who has these things that you want, who deserves them, who earns them? when you shift that identity into I am the person who has this, like everything will change for you.
Yeah. I love this episode. And I really hope you take this to heart and you know that you have the power to do this. Wade and I were not born better at being magnetic. It's something we work on every single day. We're not freaking scientists. There's no like, we literally made up this 5-step process like as this episode went along. So we may have missed something, but I hope that it helps you and it gives you some structure and some guidance and some tools to know that you have the power to attract your dream life too. And we're still working on it. We have not checked everything off of our list, but we know what we need to do to keep getting magnetic towards the life that we want.
Absolutely. And if you guys are listening to this and you found value out of it, we love connecting with you guys. We see you guys tagging us and sharing this on social media and different platforms. And we so appreciate you. And we ask, if you got value, will you share this and tag us? And, if you make a vision board or if you put any of this to use or to work, let us know. We'd love to hear about it. We'd love tag us. We'd love to reshare it. We appreciate all of you guys. You guys are what makes this show keep on going. And I think that's a wrap.
Yep. Love you guys.
Let's be magnetic.
Only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible.
So remember, you are magnetic.